Alrighty everyone, we're back today at our little workshop with a project on the Weihrauch. So basically, this gun is a laser beam and I love it. Shoot awesome groups at 100 yards all day long. But there's just a couple little problems that I have with it. Between fit and finish and just wear over time from just use or stupid decisions I've made or just me being an incompetent amateur gunsmith. So as I slowly get better at this, my standard for quality goes up, obviously. And there are a few things that I'm correcting today and throughout the next few days because I need to wait on parts. So the first thing is a fair bit of wobble on the cocking lever, and that is caused by bad pinhole size tolerance, whatever. So basically that hole is too big and those holes are too big, so they wobble on these two little pins. The one on the left connects the under lever to the gun, and the shorter one on the right connects the under lever to the cocking linkage. So the one on the right is in pretty good shape. The one on the left is kind of ruined and is going to need some TLC. You can see it's got some kind of slaging over on the end, and it's pretty scored up, and basically the finish is also ruined. So what I'm doing, got them chilling out in lacquer thinner. I'm really not sure how well that's going to work. Normally I use vinegar to take off the bluing on parts like this, but I was out, so I'm just trying lacquer thinner. I'm going to soak them for a few hours. I really don't know how it's going to go. So refinishing pins, I'm going to do a high polish finish. I think that'll make them pop really well. So refinishing pins, then how am I going to downsize these pinholes on this guy and also this guy? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some shim stock, which I've been meaning to get for a while, but I finally ordered it. That's going to be coming in a couple days. That'll be part 2. And essentially use shim stock to downsize the holes inside. Larry Potterfield over with Midway USA, basically the king gunsmith of the world, has some great videos using shim stock, and I am just following in his footsteps. And then finally, I'm also going to be doing some work on the stock. I've been asking around on the internet about how to do some light repair work on epoxy stocks, or laminate stocks with epoxy finishes. Basically what I want to finish, or to fix, is all this dinging up here. That wasn't even me, that was a gunsmith that I had work on this stock that ruined it. But it's just the outer layer that's messed up. It's not the wood itself, I don't think. And then also I want to seal this terrible checkering job that I'm unfortunately stuck with. So yeah, and then one other small thing that is going to be happening is there's the same kind of wobble on the trigger, just a little bit of side to side, just kind of like do. Obviously it's much less pronounced when the pin's in there, but this time it's the holes on the outside on the trigger housing. So that's going to be a little bit harder to do with shim stock because it's so small. But I'm still going to have a go at it because the trigger will wobble a few millimeters side to side, and that's very annoying, especially on such a famed and high quality trigger as this. So this is all going to be happening over the next few days. I'll make a part 2 when I get that done, and when I get those done, updating you. And then a part 3 when I finish resizing the holes. And then I also have a screw kit coming in, which is stainless metric Torx heads. I'm going to do stainless Torx head screws for the stock because I'm sick of flathead, and I think stainless will look really, really good with the trigger and the compression tube. And also I just will be able to actually torque them down and not worry about the screwdriver jumping out all the time. So that's all going to be happening over the next few days. For future parts of what's going to be happening with this gun, there is a really, really cool aftermarket seal that I'm interested in that is pretty hard to get, but hopefully soon I'll be able to get my hands on it. It's basically a self-lubricating seal, which is just as cool as it sounds. Basically, between that and then a free-floated piston, you don't need to lubricate the piston at all, just the spring. So that's really, really cool in my opinion. And that's everything for now. I mean, way down the road, I want to put a real nice stock on this. This is nice for a laminate stock, but I want to put like a $2,000 piece of wood on here, carve it up, make it my own, do a good job with it. But that's way down the road. We're talking next few days right now. So yeah, stick around, stay tuned for part 2.